this is a problem. Ow. Looks like they're still working on extrication on one person. I'm gonna cross over. Yeah, we're at 509 and Alexander in Fife. So I'm just gonna come around to the other side here. Someone's hurting. I love train brakes. So this wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. I was stating there was entrapment. There might have been in that car. Got pretty smooshed. Good, you? Yeah, I'm right now, by the way. Okay. It's over here.
He was heading northbound on 509. The witnesses said he ran the red light. How it is right now. And looked in here and they said he was coming south, coming for that gypsy sector, southbound here.
Okay.
So on a green light, and he ran the red light.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Alright. Good. Thank you. So I guess the trooper was being very friendly and just giving me a lowdown. Sounds like the person in the gray car more than likely ran the red light here at Alexander, and the one in the SUV had a green light. And as you can see, this is the end result. One transported by medics so far from the silver sedan, and they're still evaluating the one here in the SUV, as you can see. The trooper was kind of funny. He walked up, he's like, "Are you South Sound?" I'm like, "Yep." Oh, WSP is great. We absolutely love WSP. They're absolutely the nicest people in the world. Unless they catch us speeding, then we're gonna do whatever it takes to not get a ticket. Yeah, it appears everyone's gonna be okay. They are documenting the scene in full detail. You couldn't tell me whether or not DUI was involved, but there's enough injuries for them to start painting the street, so. Hey, welcome to the Sunday stream. Try to keep it going for as long as I can. We were actually heading to staging, getting ready to start the stream when we heard about this crash. We were very not far away from it. We were late to the scene, but we still want to come document everything all and show you why 509 northbound's backed up. Ouch. That's a bad day. He took out the sign, I think. Somebody did. Tow truck's already here. So hopefully this will be wrapped up here momentarily. Well, see, that's why you don't run red lights. If you don't run red lights, your car doesn't get messed up. But yeah, the trooper came up. It was very nice. That's gonna be for the other driver. That's a dangerous intersection. I don't like going through it if I don't have to. And of course, there's somebody parked by my car who looks weird, and I'm not having it. So I'm gonna go back to my car. Oh, it's a beautiful evening. Straight up beautiful. Tell you right now, iPhone does not zoom in that well. I see there's some comment. I'll get to everyone here in a second when I get back inside the car. Good news is I have all my windows. come out here, get you guys all situated on the dashboard. So, hello, hi. Get out of these fine people's way here. And by fine, I mean, what the actual hell am I looking at here?
Commission Frederick to refer to patrol and fire being advised of a motorcycle collision. East 116 in the area of center. I call 1453 for information. I show for.
Uh-oh, motorcycle's down. Oh, let's zoom this in a little bit. So if you guys were here last week, you know that we have the wiggles. Nothing I can do about it right now. Head to our normal spot. Green light. But I will say, it is a glorious evening to be out. It's about 52 degrees, there's a slight breeze, it's nice. It's gonna get cold tonight, but no, I'm loving this weather right now. I can tell you, stringing in the rain is absolutely horrible. Don't recommend it. Should really put a disclaimer. This will be boring, but there might be some excitement. But, hello, hi, welcome.
Engine 1 is on of a 40 by 40 three-story apartment building. Residents are outside. Alarm going off. Nothing visible. Engine 1 is commanded. Will investigate. All others stand by. Ladder 1 scene standing by.
Yeah, stringing in the rain. And of course, look out for your neighborhood not so friendly tweakers. Well, thank you for enjoying the streams. We try to keep it interesting.
In the mail, they're currently at the mail was being chased.
So I know we're a little late for bingo.
And the female driver is still on 30 red here out of clothing.
But I think I'm pretty close to a bingo already.
ALS, motor vehicle accident, State Route 507 South, and 8th Avenue South JBLM. Engine 171, and Medic 94, Channel Charlie 4, ALS, motor vehicle accident. State Route 507 South, and 8th Avenue South JBLL.
And now everyone's crashing.
Time 1906.
I don't want to chase car accidents all night.
If you haven't already, and verify if he or she is in place. We never had contact with the actual victim on that. It was the neighbor that was calling because the victim had come to their residence. We'll call the neighbor back to see if she can see them. Okay. Right, that's it. Okay, first reason to report a domestic value of the subject 63 to a 12 Boulevard from the 36 cars and hysterical to Canadian police. Any attention, right?
They keep changing up this freaking exit up here. I'm getting tired of it. Alright. So of course while I'm driving, it's going to be really hard for me to see comments. Unfortunately...
107, Southside, There's a smaller but fire that was already put out. Engine 1 can handle. We have to...
No, so thankfully the way that Pierce County has their radio system set up is that the main dispatch channels for police are still open. They're phase 2 digital. But if they have a hot call, it will start out on main dispatch, but then it will move to a side channel, which is encrypted. So there is that aspect of it. Fireside's completely open, but all PD has it set up to where they can move to a side channel that's encrypted.
Difficulty breathing. Immediate fire. 1527. 186 Street Court East. Engine 60. Channel Bravo 2. PLS. Difficulty breathing. Immediate fire. 1527. 186 Street Court East. Time 1909.
The aroma of Tacoma. And it does have its own unique smell. Well, I'm not going northbound anytime soon. Well, they've been busy so far. Been monitoring some of the calls coming out. Someone was stabbed in the face earlier.
What do you need to help with the
82nd in the Ave, and ended up being found over at 72nd.
Yes, ma'am.
Just off the Ave. So, yeah, there's that so far today. But everything else, it's been slow. At least the wiggle's a little bit more contained to the car. I moved the mount so it's pressed against the glass and the dashboard. So it's a little bit more contained right now. Well, that's good.
Tacoma Battalion 3 is the PD on scene. Just eastbound is just shy of the Union. Is that what we were calling? Tacoma Medic 6 for the Tacoma Dome and route back to Station 16.
Tacoma. I'll see if I can.
91101. I'm not sure if this will be related. We have out of mail house calling saying that both houses are at the Shell station across from the apartment still. He's asking for medical and facial injuries and what case there.
See if our new resident is out screaming again tonight. We were out here last night, and a person that set up their tent here, just down the way, has moved it into the park and ride parking lot. And she was up past 2 a.m. last night, literally screaming at nothing. She was getting into a big old fight with herself, and it made staging a little bit more interesting than normal.
Call 335. I'm there, your welfare check. If you need it, to the center.
Call Frankie at Oivo.
Let's see.
Car block 802 Pacific Avenue. Trying to find tires in the RV. It's first
I think she's sleeping.
Tires from mental health contacts. He originally started the call saying he shot at a male 6 times. Now he's changing the story, saying that somebody tried to shoot at him. County advised that y'all isn't there anymore. We're charging us the 100% watch and shit here.
Hello, Doctor. Do we have anybody on the MU in lane 1 eastbound 16?
Yeah.
I'm being ready for both units to contact straight on confirmed to Mary that it's for DUI 5,000 out of 5.
Obviously, there's multiple PD there. That could be our call. We have conflicting information on the location.
They're called to for your replacing 49.
Tacoma Fire is busy.
Copy. Thank you, sir.
14.
You're welcome. So we highly encourage that during these times.
Send in aid to an health station for a 31-year-old male. Looks like he has some head injuries. Supposedly our suspect has left the area, but we're still figuring it out. Just send fire into here.
That sounds like that's going to be a cluster. But yeah, encourage. Ask us questions. Hang out. We'll try to keep you entertained while we're seeing what's going on. It's going to be much better now I'm parked. When I'm going to and from a scene, though, it's going to get shaky. It's just how the mount likes to work. But as you saw, we did go out and pick up a little phone mount for the big camera, so you guys can follow along.
Ladder 3 from safety 3. This will not be accessible from Union. If you have any issues with the freeway up.
It's just a term that was coined way back when. It references to freelancers. The scanners are not encrypted. Only their side channels for the police are.
Shell gas, 6615 South 12th Street. Time 19:15.
I am sitting in Tacoma. In one of our normal spots we like to hang out in. It's nice and sunny. Got a new resident, as you can see. She's been fine. She'll just randomly start yelling, but she's not confrontational with anybody else. She's just fighting her own demons. Yep, that is correct. No, I don't think she's Hilltop. A little ways away from Hilltop. So she's, don't believe that's that. I mean, she could have lived over there in that general area where all the tents are set up and just wanted to change the scenery. No, unfortunately, with all the police reform bills that are going in and the new laws, it's actually made it a whole lot more strict to get information on cases and case files and get successful full records requests completed.
Doesn't appear that the motorcycle rider is up and walking around. Ladder 3 will be investigating. Safety 3.
That's for damn sure.
It's in that early when block 4. Ladder 3.
What's everyone been up to on their Sunday? Anyone do anything fun?
We have one down on the ground up here. Farther up next to my vehicle.
That's beautiful.
Mark, I'm engine 60.
Well, thank you. That would be nice.
Engine 60.
Confirm this is going to be 185th Street or 185th Street Court. We're on 185th Street Court. We do not find a 1527.
Received. We're showing it on the map. 4527 185th Street, Port East. We'll confirm with the RP.
For Flight 1302 South 48. Suspect leaving and they unconfirmed Victor status brown over Honda sedan. Boy Edward 5050. County 19
He's in a stolen.
Return to today, Mark.
Too bad Tacoma PD doesn't chase for that.
Receive will start AMR. 1919.
Who's hoping for a peaceful Sunday? Let's see if there's any comments. Nope. Just all y'all watching.
65.
We'll be on the zone.
Car confirming with the RP. It is 185th Street, Port East. However, Google Maps is showing 185th Street.
Trying to share the on the back of the fire screen?
The CAD map is showing 185th.
Good right now.
Sorry, what? Oh, that brings up a good point, though. So we made a post. What was it? Shoot, a couple months ago. We have completely stopped selling our content to the news stations. We are a stringer, yes. We had been stringing for 6+ years, selling content to local and national media. And a couple months ago, it just dawned on me that it became too much to try to keep up and or be so focused on coming out here to just chase for money versus chasing just to have fun. If anyone's near the DuPont McDonald's on Wilmington Drive, there's a car on fire. Allegedly. But as someone who's been in the game for 20+ years, I was talking with him, and you know, he asked me flat out, he said, yes, do you enjoy going to scenes? Or do you feel like you have to? And I told him that it came to the point where it just felt like I had to be at these scenes to get this content. And gave me some good advice. So I've taken that to heart. And we stopped selling. And we're going to keep that up for a little bit. You'll still see our content on the local news. Cardiac arrest. But when you see our stuff on the local news now, just know we're not charging them a cent for that. We're doing it out of the kindness of our hearts. And or just to make sure that the friends that we've made doing this, we still keep a good relationship with. A lot of the noises you're going to hear are the fireside. Automated fire dispatch has got some crazy tones. Crazy times.
Time 19.
Now, they're nozzle heads.
Traffic for uncooperative and talent here. 7224 Pacific Highway East. Call 1371 and information line 23.
Pacific Highway East. Engine 118 and
It's
medic
all 35 negative for
Trail Bravo
reports
2.
of shot fired in the area.
Voluntary commit. PP is dangerous.
Go there.
Telecare.
And Trevor?
7224 Pacific Highway East. Time 19:23.
Ah, the uncooperative on the traffic stop is getting involuntary committed.
Call 49 coming on head run.
Yes and no.
South 88 and South Park, launching northbound on Park, the white older small pickup, unknown plate, is the RP Gray 2020 Kia Forte RP.
Like, you know, we have enough, you know, views and stuff on our Facebook and YouTube that it is monetized. We get, you know, maybe $20 a month off of it. But really, I mean, I have a full-time job, and so that pays for everything that I do in my life. When I was selling footage, it was just play money, really. But you know, I've looked at some of those companies, and then you know we're doing the stringers.live thing. So in the description, hopefully the link worked, probably not. But if you go to your web browser, you're on a computer, open a new tab, stringers.live. You'll be able to see people just like myself all over the world, if they're live or not, if they're covering stories or not. And it's a cool project to be a part of. And so right now, scheduling looks like we'll probably only be live on Sundays. But I mean, get to come out for 6-7 hours and see what happens and hang out. I got no problems with that.
She was advised that she'd be stepping out.
Ooh, people are fighting.
Hometown Studios 8001 South Hosmer in the parking lot of the black Honda Sentra. For John 0136 accepted by male and a female. The male appears to be yanking the female out of the car.
Someone needs to go teach him some manners.
33338 Yakima.
Engine 61 and medic 61.
So it looks like on stringers.live we are the only people live right now. But give it a few hours. They usually start coming online here in a little bit, if they are going to come online tonight.
10241 Alaska Street South. Time 19:26.
This is early for us. We usually come out when there's no sunlight, and we'll be here for sunset, and then we'll see what the early night brings us.
Call 192 for an assault.
Oh, thanks. I feel so special.
We've had multiple callers calling in about the same problem. There was the first RP calling about a Michael Mitchell, black male, 57-570 above white shirt, blue jeans. Threw the RP down supposedly. He also called in saying that Deborah tried to attack him with a rebar. She's a white female, 55.
Yeah, Scott's been live the last 2 nights. He actually has a visitor with him. I call him Little Braxton, but his name's Braxton. I know him. He actually lives up in Snohomish County, and he is an up-and-coming stringer. He's young. He's got the drive. He just needs to be pointed in the right way. But, you know, Braxton, he's starting to shoot some good footage. So he's one to watch out for. He should be growing his channel, and hopefully he'll start doing some live streams.
Call 333 involved predator, black male, 30 is 6-foot heavy build, red shirt, black pants, red, black, white shoes, Hispanic female, 30 is 5'1", involved. Short. You do have a white male, 26, 5'7", build, green shirt, black pants. He's trying to break up altercation.
Oh, let him fight. Anyone have any guesses on when the machete call is going to come out? It's like it's an obligatory thing every night.
I believe the female was high as she was driving, left northbound, near the bridge, already on the road. I could always female 30 red hair, had an 8-year-old child with her.
Oh, nice. That'd be fun. Did any of you guys catch the last time Damien was out with Scott doing a ride along? There's some helicopter footage of that night and in-car footage from that night, and it's awesome. I was joking with Scott about that. I was like, he was like a little kid, you know, when they pulled alongside the suspect, and Scott's sitting there telling him, no, we're not doing, no. I was cracking up. Yeah, well, out here, there's a widely popular Facebook page called Compton Files, and they have been provided with a Compton Files bingo card. And one of the squares on your bingo card is a guy with a machete. That's how often it happens. Yes, I was born and raised in Washington. I was actually born and raised north of Seattle in a suburb called Edmonds. Went to high school there. Have since moved around a little bit, and now I live down south with my fiance in our townhome with our 2 cats. Yeah, last week's stream, right towards the end of the stream, we went to a guy with a machete call. It's usually in the area of 96th and Steel or about 92 in Hosmer. And I think it's always the same guy. He's just always whacking the machete against a pole or a bush. No, it's my townhome. My name's on the deed. You know, being down in the Parkland area, it's a really nice area. You know, it's got great views. It's just unfortunate that a lot of bad stuff happens down here, and that's why we're down here. It keeps us busy. But, I mean, in the daytime, it's great. Late night, hit and miss. Yeah, times have changed. I mean, hell, when I was young, I'm only 28. When I was young, growing up, I mean, you could leave the front door unlocked, you could run around. It was all carefree. There weren't that many problems, and you really didn't hear about all the bad stuff. Now, you only hear about the bad stuff. They sprinkle in a little bit of good to keep you interested, but then more bad stuff.
call 335. The area check on a shelter just occurred in both vehicles. Trying to confirm the intercept for
abdominal pain. Routine response. Proceed to Edinburgh. 823. 22nd Street Court left. Medic 31.
For Chaseway 1302 South 48. Pushing vehicle to dark Morale, older Honda sedan, White Emerald 5050. Occupied by White 26-foot signal, unenclosed. You walked out with items. RV did not have a direction of travel in the vehicle for records. Showing confirmed.
Sounds like the same brown Honda from the Safeway. Can we just go do a shoplift?
Thank you for the form.
We had, I forget what kind of pasta it was. John and I had pasta before it came out. It was delicious.
Engine 16.
And right after I had it, I wanted to take a big old nap. Ooh.
Son, 1527, 183, Channel Bravo 2, BLS, difficulty breathing, routine response, 1527, 186th Street, Corky. Time 19:35.
Do. Random people showing up. Oh, it's hit and run at Seward Park in Seattle. That sucks. Hit a bicyclist. Random menacing scream out my window. So what's your guys' favorite way of finding news? Is it local news on their websites? Is it social media like Facebook, Twitter? What do you guys normally gravitate to?
The car's up front towards Osborne. There's no one around here. So I'll clear out front unless you got something in the back. I went in and handled this one for 49. You can cancel. Clear us out in a second. 49, thank you, sir.
Well, that's good. Scanners are the way to go. We love scanners. Social media, for sure. So when we hear about something going on, we immediately go to Twitter. Is usually our first place we go to.
239 does want contact. He said he wants his items back.
And we start scouring Twitter all over the area, using geotags and other stuff to
I'll get your phone number for you. Thank you very much.
and then we'll start going into the community Facebook groups. People that live directly in that area usually are the best source of information. And so we'll start leaving comments and saying hello to people and trying to figure out a little bit more about what they know or what they saw. And then at the end of the day, we'll just call a PIO and get information that way. Right now, no. We're gonna mainly stick live streams on YouTube, but we can do Facebook if we truly wanted to. Same with Instagram, but we rarely use the other two. YouTube's kind of the place to be, apparently.
Channel Bravo 2, DLS, difficulty breathing, degree advised, Anchorage Department, 7308, 146th Street, Southwest, Unit B, Unit Charlie. Engine 43, Channel Bravo 2, DLS, difficulty breathing, degree advised, Anchorage Department, 7308, 146th Street, Southwest, Unit B, Unit Charlie. Time 1940.
Well, it depends on when you call the PIO. If you call them right away, yeah, they're just starting to look at info. If you give them a little bit while you go searching around for other people, then they usually tend to get some info that can be used. But the PIOs down here in the Pierce County area are amazing. They are usually on top of everything when it goes on, and if not, are extremely helpful to get us answers in a short amount of time. I mean, that's one way to look at it. I think, and the same thing was for me growing up in like Edmonds. The main arterial that runs through both of those, Pac Ave, that's where you're going to see a lot of issues. But when you start getting to a little bit more of the outskirts, it's a whole lot nicer. But everyone's got that one spot in town where they know they're going to see something stupid or something stupid's going to happen. And you're usually never surprised that it happens there.
Contact us on your down here. First time,
Oh, the joys of Sundays. Let's see, last Sunday we sat around for a little bit, then got a structure response that turned into nothing. I think the only thing that actually happened last Sunday was a big old garage fire in Lakewood. And we started the stream with a collision. Don't know the full extent of injuries or if DUI's in play. In fact, let me bug the PIO. See if he's monitoring the Twitter.
Go ahead.
We got voicemail, but I think we're not.
Hey, we're yelling. I'm trying to get her to come out.
He will let me know. He's been actually extremely friendly. It's the brand new PIO for District 1, Pierce County, Thurston County for WSP. Very nice guy. And he'll tell me about the crash that we were on as we started the stream. What if there's any new details about it as far as injuries and impairment.
Motor fire transported. All I have is a 32-year-old female. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And he instantly responds. I'm telling you, this guy is awesome. He's going to look into it. Because who we spoke to on the scene wasn't sure if impairment was involved, did state that someone ran a red light, but wasn't too terribly sure on any significant injuries or injured but not life-threatening. There's a sign in the parking lot I'm sitting in. It says, beware, bait cars are out there. Big old warning signs that if there's a car that looks too good to be true sitting here, it's probably too good to be true. And tonight's sleep deprivation is brought to you by Bang Lemon Drop Sweet Tea. How about everything's just silent? That's not fun. Ooh, that's tasty. See, it's not as fun as last week, though, because I had someone in my passenger seat. So at least with someone that can keep a conversation going or ask you guys random stuff while I'm either driving or paying attention to something else. Hasn't been a good fire all week either. It's just been unusual. Where I be? I be in Tacoma, Washington. Sitting in a parking lot staring at people driving by. Sun's getting ready to go down. We'll flip around like we did last week and show off the sunset from our lovely vantage point. That's pretty. Oh no, nothing up here compares to LA. You know, there's always gang problems and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's like Figueroa in LA. It's very south of Seattle. It's about 30 minutes south of Seattle.
Medic 84, Channel Charlie 2, CLS, minor fall patient, 33809, 85th Avenue South. Medic 84, Channel Charlie 2, CLS, minor fall patient, 33809, 85th Avenue South. Time 19:50.
Dakota Fred Meyer, 6901 South 19. Flight similar 25 in Bill Gray's sweatshirt with a red shirt, dark blue jeans, carrying one of the store baskets. Sold some items, information 1921. At the liquor store, 3840 Pacific Avenue. Outside the store, the white male, 48. Heavy belt.
Car fire in Enumclaw.
No, once I've seen you handling customers not aggressive at times, the manager would like to move along.
Oh, that's not bad.
Trying to cover your rest of area, South 64 and South 5. You're looking for a red Volvo convertible. Arkansas plate item John Mary, Paul Mary. Driver still in caution car with RP's husband earlier on in the day. Suspect a white male, 45, 5 in a blue shirt, blue man.
So just got an update for that crash. If you scroll back to the beginning of the stream, you see that we were on a TC in Fife on State Route 509 at Alexander Avenue. Per Washington State Patrol, the causing driver, which was the silver sedan that was all smashed up, they were transported with described as critical injuries. He said that, quote unquote. And the other driver, as you saw, was awake, talking, and transported by a BLS AMR unit. And he said, right now, no one's under arrest, so impairment is not suspected yet, but that could change.
117 Medic 1, do you need any equipment?
Call 35 333
Thank you much.
Call 341 touchdown. Hey, dispatch. Call 335 dispatch.
No, I'm not terribly sure about that one.
Call 335 dispatch.
I mean, clearly he was driving way too goddamn fast. But from the report that's been released, it seems like they had no reason to believe that impairment was suspected. And so I don't know what their protocols are and how and when they're allowed to do blood tests. What?
Hey, Bruce, we're going to record the verbal domestic 6016 on over. 2956.
So, spin the bottle, is that like spin the bottle full of penicillin then? If it's for Hosmer girls? I don't know, you know, every department's different. Every department's different on their criteria to get a warrant to do that. Oh, okay. Always gotta have some of that Narcan with you. So far, Tacoma is a little quiet. It's been an assault, had a crash, that's it. Sorry. I know, trying to keep it lively. But you know what? Even tweakers need a day off. But you'll be happy to know that the new tent over here did relocate.
Okay, 59117. I don't know what problems we're waiting.
She's in my spot though. I normally like sitting up there. I'm going to angle a little bit because it's been a while since I caught someone running the red light here and getting T-boned, so while we wait, might as well just put the camera in a good spot that if that happens, we can all see it. Why are there so many people out? It's a Sunday. Stay at home. Take a look at this. I figured he was going to go to that. I saw that come out earlier.
Bravo 2, Silver Crest Senior Apartments, 4103, 9th Street Southwest. Engine 729, Channel Bravo 2, Commercial Fire Alarm.
Yay,
Silver Crest
actually
Senior
radio
Apartments,
traffic.
4103, 9th Street Southwest. Con 2002.
Call 294. We're in Route 2, Alan Moore, with one female starting at 37.0.
Call 294, 2000.
Well, no one's got any good calls. Yeah. Hell is running code. How did a semi strike a pedestrian? How? I mean, it was on 128th in South Everett, so I mean, that's about the same as sitting where I'm sitting now here in Tacoma. Of course, they haven't given any update to the conditions of the Seattle shooting. Seattle had a shooting this afternoon in the Central District. 4 people were shot. One was a 2-year-old who was in critical. So that's never good.
Engine 13, 1 AMR. AMR 2006.
Boom.
Contact first dispatch pending for a wanted subject outside the Hottie Mini Market, 1101 South Break, 2007.
AMR 51 route to North 26 from 38th and M. AMR 51 on route Engine 13, 2008.
Contact your car, sending area check for a shots fired, Midtown 15 Apartments, 1801 South 15th Street, 2009.
That could actually be a good call. There's been a few shootings this year on South 15th. And we're not far from there. Give it time. Someone's trapped in an elevator.
I'll be primary on this. And can you close an assault report and I'll be out ready. Engine 51 and Medic 51, Channel Charlie 2, ALS, unconscious person, lodged at Mallard's Landing, 7083, Wagner Way, Unit 122. Engine 51 and Medic 51, Channel Charlie 2, ALS, unconscious person, lodged at Mallard's Landing, 7083, Wagner Way, Unit 122. Time 20:11.
Call 333, Union 057. Search for the rifle.
A rifle?
Call 333.
57 calls.
South 72 and Pacific Ave, last seen east of on 72. Black male, 30, 5'10", medium build, dark clothing. Holding a rifle and is pointing up. Nobody else nearby. No threats made.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Rifle.
6-1 place. 333.
Copy, DQ. Call.
Yeah, 156-457. From us.
639-457, 2013.
Is it a real rifle? Was it an airsoft gun? BB gun? What's he doing walking around, pointing it at people?
Engine 111 and Medic 111, Channel Bravo 2, ALS, allergic reaction, multi-care indigo urgent care, 21186, State Route 410 East. Engine 111 and Medic 111, Channel Bravo 2, ALS, allergic reaction, multi-care indigo urgent care, 21186, State Route 410 East.
Been driving up and down East Area.
13.
2014.
Come on, anything fun.
Call 321 from Sale calling. Call 238 and 341 over with a message.
Call 238. What's up? Delay from the pumps.
6016 South Oak. The verbal with a 16-year-old daughter. Her name is Stephanie. Standing fetal or 2004, 5'11", 120 pounds, white shirt, black pants. Also, with 2 other children in the home. RP is advising that she is high but not intoxicated in any other fashion. My calm officer was arguing in the background.
239.
Ooh.
34.
2017.
Well then.
238, please. 239.
Yep. One to do. Call the cops on your high 16-year-old daughter, because you can't control them.
Call 238, show you back in?
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
First one, the other units can cancel. I'm not seeing anything out here. 1.6, copy, thank you.
Call 321. You want 5, 6 and 1, 5, 7, 23.
Do. The fun part's the stringing. Make sure you have a limited data plan on your cell phone. And download Netflix, YouTube, anything really to pass the time.
15684 Hosmer.
No, sadly, since I'm live on YouTube, anything that I watch, I can't have sound on, or else I might get a copyright thing or something.
RP's advising they gave her red bull signal thought Adam Tom Edwards 7094 to a neighbor in apartment 50 who's now refusing to give it back after getting an accident and getting tickets. We are showing the RP did not be the RO of the vehicle.
Oh, well, that just sounds like some Tacoma shit.
156, copy on main phone contact first.
I'm upset. I gave a car that wasn't mine to my neighbor to use. He got into an accident and got ticketed, and now he doesn't want to give the car back, even though it's not my car, but it's my car. Right.
Engine 63, Channel Bravo 2, BLS, Mahara Nation, use caution, Chevron, 3004, 112th Street D. Engine 63.
Cutting Mini Mart 1101 South Drake outside of Travis Shaw, Black Island 26th Street, then the baseball cap, white coat, black pants. Colors of his previously trespassed.
20. 20.
One time received. Victor 3533. Occupied by unknown people, the parking lot attendant was concerned because he honked his horn, knocked on the window, they didn't respond, but then later turned the engine and lights on. He's requesting contact.
Patrol check, and I'll give him a phone call. 280, clear. 280, copy.
2021.
It looks like Mr. Scott Lane's getting ready to go live. He has opted open a preview, waiting to hit the button. And now he's live.
Callers at 4924 North and Bias, walking northbound with a female head attention, open the backyard gate. I would knock at the caller's door while mumbling. 5250 is 54 medium black shirt and black short scissors impaired. No contact BRP.
That's what he is doing right now. And also check out the Stringers Live YouTube page here soon. It's going to be a little weird. You're going to be live, like, watch.
Double live.
Yeah, watch what he's doing. So what's going to happen right now is... So look. So that's going to be... It's going to be very... Yeah, it's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be kind of cool how that's going to be. So you're going to be here. You can talk all you want.
Inside of state 2130 South 38 minutes off checkout. Black male 2030 617 build. Black jacket, green stripes, blue jeans. For in the DOT RP. He's inside the store. I don't know the reason why the LP is requesting contact.
Who's driving at the end of the call?
Like, I think like 5 of you just jumped over to Scott's stream, I bet.
Kitty call still pending. 2022.
Call 322. Show you making phone contact 2022.
This will be interesting. So it sounds like they have some cool things in the works tonight for Stringers Live. Damien is out with Scott. Looks like they're going to be setting up some kind of cool interface system while he's riding around in the back of the white Charger. So make sure to go to...
yours is not live yet? Okay.
Okay.
2023.
Well, I've got your attention.
Call 4 back in 2023.
And copy V, go, copy V, go, copy V, go, copy V, go. Control V, control V,
Call
control V.
4 2023.
So let's do this, let's go.
Hold on. I did not.
2023.
Please, and also if anyone sees where I'm at, please don't give out the location. That'd be much appreciated. No, we went to the crash at 509 in Alexander a little bit earlier. WSP says, quote unquote, critical injuries, probably just more serious than anything. The other link to the other streams, if you're on a desktop, go to stringers.live. Open a new tab, stringers.live. That will show you a big old list of people, who's live, who's not. Scott with Loud Labs just started going live. He's got Damien from Smoke and Scan in his car tonight. They're going to be doing some live stuff. And we're going to be out here to play along. Having a weird thing with the chat tonight, so if I miss something, I apologize. Yep, we're a little bit still in twilight. Do I have a vest? Trying to help control the bird population. There it is. No, it doesn't. There's always somebody out there with a gun doing something crazy at 72nd impact. Do I have a vest? I do. I have a vest that can be donned, readily available. I have a raid vest as well with level 3A plus plates. But if I'm going to a scene and putting myself in a position where I have to wear that, I'm clearly in the bad spot. I should not be there. I should probably back up. Yes, we want to get good content, but it ain't worth all that. What is going on with chat? It's having a day with me. Oh, that looks like another homicide. I'm telling you, I'm having issues with chat. I'm not trying to miss anyone's messages, I promise you.
I have legs, actually, Dixie. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not in a wheelchair, and there's the bird.
That would be the Stringers Live YouTube page is now live. Damien is handling that tonight. Let me look back at that one.
Engine 17, Channel A2, BLS, Ball, Parkhurst Department, 5202 South 12th Street.
No, Matt, we didn't get out until about 7:30-ish, just before then.
Ball, Parkhurst Department, 5202 South 12th Street, Unit 5E, as an echo. Time 20.
When was the crash on TMB? I've seen it. Did it get coded as a medical or something? No Crown Vic. Crown Vic's been retired by insurance. So we are working on a new option and a new vehicle. Hopefully in the next few months we'll find something.
1801 South 15th Street. There's PPE advised for the apartment complex with no specific unit number listed. We had two callers on it. One said it was coming from the courtyard area. They heard one gunshot. The other was in apartment number 36 and said it thought it came from the apartment below them. Nothing else heard for either.
Well, let me take a look.
One copy.
Yeah, it was right there. It was just shy of when we got out. Says the incident was 49 minutes long. Let me play back the audio really quick, if I can, to see.
Company 1110 Yakima Avenue.
I always find it weird that right there at 84th is the border where they don't send any TFD units.
Currently outside on the sidewalk. Black male 2555 thin build with a blue jacket, white pants, who appears to be higher on some mental health issues. Call 158 received.
Have we been upgraded to priority?
Affirmative, your priority medic 20 is routine and this calls on Bravo 2.
Priority, switching 2.
Well, that's just not cool. They've left it on 2. I wonder why I wasn't paying attention to it. They left it on 2.
Platform 84th Command Medic Unit routine, please.
Routine 14. Franklin, Barcelona.
Firecom ladder.
You need to lock me up.
Ladder 61, you taking the call on 129.
Affirmative. We're clearing the last call, and it's literally next door.
Receive. Show you on the call engine 61, you can.
61. Firecom 84th Command.
Command, go ahead.
That's my first medic unit up to priority, and give me a second one more repeat.
Medic 21, step up to priority, second medic routine 1813. Engine 63, Firecom status check.
Why did he sound so upset?
Firecom ladder 21.
Ladder 21.
You cancel engine 20.
Copy engine 20 to cancel. 1609.
Just let receive, so thank you.
I am the only employee of
Engine
South
20
Sound.
to 1809.
But I do have buddies that shoot footage and will supply content from time to time.
One laying on the ground will be out investigating, establishing 84th Command. 0134 1813.
Ladder 21 gone. 2 cars off the roadway. One
Yeah,
laying on
I
the ground,
guess.
investigating 84th Command.
You heard that radio traffic. He was all kinds of. So I'm showing 2 medic units on it. Engine 20, ladder 21, medic 20, which was routine, and medic 21 that got stepped up to priority. Doesn't sound like a whole cluster, thankfully.
Correct. Engine 63.
Firecom engine 63, still on scene.
Heavy salt scene
No,
18.
next one. And this with 2 medic units is wondering why it wasn't moved to Bravo 4, because now you
Firecom 84th Command.
get to sift through a bunch of Bravo 2
I'll
stuff.
set my second medic unit states where they're at. I may be canceling them shortly.
Medic 20, Firecom.
711, 510, 24 on service connect.
Oh. Sounds like someone got messed up a little bit, but not too terribly much. Ew.
Yeah. Did you want the air?
Thank you. Just a note for everyone, please, even if you know where I'm at, please don't post it. It's just a safety thing. And also, we politely request if anyone has any inclination, never saying or assuming that you would, but please do not stop by or anything like that. Again, it's just safety for us. It is Tacoma. If we don't know you, you're gonna put us a little bit on edge if you come randomly driving up at our vehicle.
Engine 91 and medic 91.
Oh, anytime.
Channel Bravo 2, ALS, allergic reaction.
I love doing call playback. Hell, I spend like a quarter of my day usually at work just doing call playbacks. Because I'm nosy.
ALS, allergic reaction. DPE advice. 19015, 106th Avenue, Corky.
Over 6 years. I don't know the exact. I have to do the math really quick. 'Cause I started doing this when I was still living back up in Linwood. And that was a very long time ago. Let me see if I can do some quick math.
Checking for ETA for PD. 2035.
Yeah, 6-7 years to this point. Been out there grinding. Yeah, I mean, Tacoma does offer plenty of chances to get content.
63.
I will say that.
Key call still pending. No units assigned yet. $20.35.
Ooh. What's the next call gonna be? I have a feeling it's going to be a crash. No, so we don't sell. If we have footage that is good enough for them, we'll send it out to them, and they have their own system that they'll work out with you on how that goes, but we don't sell it. It does, doesn't it, Charlie? I mean, there's a lot of people driving around, but they're all behaving themselves. Yeah, so we don't use the app. If we have footage that's visually, hits all the check boxes, I'll just get a hold of Scott directly and send it to him, and he'll do his magic with it.
Sorry, South Medic 112.
Medic 112.
Medic 112 is logged off. No longer cross sector.
Medic 112 logged off. No longer contact 20%.
Unit 241, both units away. I'm adding units.
Unit 341, trying to video.
And Sundays are hit and miss. You could have a Sunday that is just busier than all get out, or you can have a Sunday like this, as Charlie put it, it's boring AF.
Yes, it's so nice weather.
So it's another call for shots on South 15th. We need to see if anyone shows up down the street at St. Joe's.
upload 2701 South Orchard. The RP and her friend are in their contractor entrance. Her friend Rebecca tried jumping out of the vehicle and sent to harm herself, so it'd be the right she had to grab her hair to keep her in the car. Working on further instructions.
What the hell?
108. In Penn Center. 38407.
Friend tries to jump out of the car, so you grab her by her hair and yank her back into the car. Yeah.
Engine 54 and engine 59. Channel Charlie 2. Burn from plane. 4224. Raynash Drive Northwest. Engine 54 and engine 59. Channel
Yikes.
Charlie 2.
I'm sorry.
Burn from plane. 4224. Raynash Drive Northwest. Time 20:41. Engine 10, Channel 82, debris fire, Bryn Mawr Village Apartment, 1807 South 82nd Street. Engine 10, Channel 82, debris fire, Bryn Mawr Village Apartment, 1807 South 82nd Street. Time 20:42.
No, I heard about it. I was at work. I was at work when that happened. Fucking crazy though. That was fucking crazy.
area.
You want 2043?
Actually, no. I'm gonna go this way. Whoop whoop! It's security. Oh, run a cop. Oh. I'm gonna show you how bored I am. We're gonna go this call.
Engine 61, Channel Bravo 2, ELS, abdominal pain, Wood North South Apartments, Building J, as in Juliet, 2422, 96 Street South, Luna J, as in Juliet 104. Engine 61, Channel Bravo 2, ELS, abdominal pain, Wood North South Apartments, Building J, as in Juliet, 2422, 96 Street South, Luna J, as in Juliet 104. Time 20:44.
Walking across the street, described as an Asian female in her 30s, but and no wearing black clothing.
It's really hard to get around slow people sometimes.
We have another caller in 5103 North 23rd Street. Seeing the subject was walking northbound, possibly the same female. I'm trying to open that caller's gate.
Copy. Just the address in McCann, I'll get to that.
Message from her.
We're not going anywhere fancy, in case you were wondering.
Person 4, was she seeing any alley or was she just walking on the road?
I'm just bored enough to go look
Well,
at
last seen northbound through the alley.
something on fire.
I'll check the alleys on North Winfred.
Message from her.
What in the wood? Somebody done lost all of their wood on the 74 overpass. Fucking assholes, man.
Siri will be on.
Yeah, out there, 24. Everyone on that.
Yeah, with the disabled vehicle, road 6 advanced, Washington, Boy, 2424, Paul.
Everyone on that. Yeah, 3%.
And y'all know where we're on right now. We're on the hospital now.
I'm going to go to the one for that.
Yeah, 3%. 2047.
Oh, get the fire department.
2047. Alley is clear. We'll do your check for it.
20%.
He's on fire! Oh my god!
Would you recode this to an unwanted customer?
It smells plastic.
Yeah,
Gross.
20%.
82nd and Hosmer. Tour de Hosmer, yes.
Tacoma 51 has been diverted to TG.
As much as I love being on Hosmer right now.
2048.
We put you on the street in.
I don't know if there's a direct camp. Probably.
This is being a carrier involved.
But a lot of RVs like to sit right down here.
Yeah, 1823.
Trash alley. Oh, okay. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Hosmer's one big camp. I know. I'm heading back so we can, fix that and we can be stationed a little bit. I'll try to finagle the mount a little bit farther back, see if I can reduce the amount of shakiness and vibrations.
364 MTC.
Yeah, 364, 2050. Engine 9. Channel E2, DLS.
What stabilization?
Behavioral, load, 2701
You're on a cell phone on a little
Engine 9,
windshield mount for a car.
DLS.
And we were driving down Hosmer, so
3701 South Orchard Street.
it ain't gonna be a smooth ride.
50.
You see how this road's not as bad?
You're doing the underdog.
Because it's not Hosmer. Yeah, Alaska's not so bad. You know, huge improvement.
Baker 333 for the Wilshire.
Bring out the Baker.
Go ahead.
Baker bring 769 South 68. RP called back. She's waiting at 6402 Yakima at a DO office in a green sedan. So she arrived at the house and somebody inside is being disruptive.
So tell him to knock it the fuck off.
Baker 333 22.
We'll get an alarm when you let it off.
Well, yeah, seeing as it's a cell phone and not a dash cam.
Yeah, 206.
Yeah, 206.
I get also match on a female minus the tall boots, North Pearl at 53rd.
Copy, North Pearl 33rd 22.
There, you can look at my hand. Well,
Come on, it's going to be voluntary as well. Correction, voluntary commitment.
Everything?
you know it. Everyone else has said it tonight. Unfortunately. What do you mean they shouldn't call them out? Oh, locales, locations. Yeah, we would appreciate it. I mean, when we get on a scene, if we actually ever do get a scene to go to, we'll tell you where it's at. We'll tell you where we're at. But we would appreciate it if you know where we're at, just to not say. That would be our only request. No, it's not your fault. You didn't know. You did not know.
Here's our 957 actually come my way. You just pulled back up now. Copy.
8309, do you have vehicle description?
Employee Group Lincoln 1142.
8309, description.
You don't want to hear Unit 280. Talk to you whenever you're available. No rush. 280, 26.
57 ahead. Boys at Court 19, 1142.
857, clear attached 26. Lakeside Landing, 1434 South Mildred, number 4504. The suspect is the RP's ex-boyfriend who broke in 2 times yesterday, but he also had a DV while he was inside yesterday, and she thinks he stole the house keys as well. We've attempted to call back for delay, and we just keep getting voicemail. 72 North 33 Pearl.
114, copy. Can we get 119 at 10 please? Henry 119, we went out there yesterday. You can clear those units, we'll take that call.
Copy 72114 back in. 2 copy, thank you, sir. And I'll take that motor vehicle test.
114, copy. Henry 119, you just want to switch the tack one real quick. Switch.
In 72, it'll be at the
072, where are you coming from? Because I'm just about there, the one on 6th Avenue.
North 30th and Pearl.
Disregard that, I got it.
Copy, thank you, sir. Here's a commercial board license 6206, that's number 127.
Just because I'm shopping for a new phone mount. Because I, like everyone else, is tired of it. There, I'm going to get a dashboard mount, not a windshield mount. That is a tent. That's the new resident. She likes to randomly yell. And we are based out of Federal Way. All things, yes, we are in Tacoma. Just chilling. Well, we try to be, when we're actually out, quick to, you know, all calls. But thankfully with where we're sitting at now, we have access directly to southbound I-5, and we're only 2 miles from 512.
Without the RP's consent, and then was picked up by their aunt, Black 23056 bin. 726 in Pearl.
But yeah, it's usually the luck of the draw.
2100.
Well, thank you. We try to when we're actually out and about the one or 2 days a week that we are.
857 Juliana 101.
Come in tonight, request AMR. Engine 9 AMR 2100.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that all the channels have started to pick up once the sun went down.
Black 97 to report Kingboy King 2172 out of Colorado.
No, I just used it to play back a call that happened earlier in the evening, though. I got my scanners in the car, and I'm just rocking out to everything going on.
Yeah, 206.
Engine 12, Channel A2,
Hey, can we just have a park run out here?
5700 Pacific Highway E5. Engine 12, Channel A2, PLS.
I mean, I'm out at night, so yeah.
5700 Pacific Highway E5. Time 2100.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Why, yes, West Coast. We would love TFD to drop a 111 right now. They haven't had a 111 in a little bit.
4 en route from Center and Orchard to 2701 South Orchard Street. AMR 54 with issue 21.
So we used to be out Fridays and Saturday nights, but my work schedule changed my days off on me. So I'm out Saturday nights and Sunday nights. But that's it. And then anywhere in between if I just happen to come across something in my travels to and from work. Well, we already had the guy with the rifle call right by the Fred Meyer, but they didn't locate him.
Yeah, 364. We do call back. They're not asked for the bill.
Right now we don't do ride-alongs. I have a couple of buddies that will come hang out with me. They're also photographers. But a lot of times, just with COVID and everything, we haven't really entertained the idea in quite some time. Yeah, but I don't get out until about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Ladder 4, Channel A2, DLS, injury, 6778 Radiance Boulevard E5. Ladder 4, Channel A2, DLS, injury, 6778.
Remember, I'm the night owl. I'm not the daytime guy.
Time 2102.
Union 156 suspicious on 72 Park at the liquor store, Green Honda Civic, no plates.
Would you like a second unit?
5-7.
Universe 7 right there, liquor store, 72 Park,
14, Channel A2, DLS, psychological problem.
It's close to the Fred Meyer, 72 in Park. Something about the liquor store.
Channel A2, DLS, psychological problem.
First one over off Park, 78 Park.
Time 2103.
I don't know what Josh is doing tonight. I haven't bugged him yet. Josh was running around last night. He didn't get anything. He got like 1 or 2 things, I think. They were very minor collisions. Yeah, but see, I have my criteria for what's a good call and what's not a good call. You know, I could run, 20, 30 calls a night, but they're just not interesting. You want something that's interesting or something that's visual. And so those are the things we're looking for.
156, no problems.
Well, hello from PA.
2104.
You're watching the West Coast right now.
Pending forces record suspicious person running away from 711 3922 Eastern Avenue, pending 2104.
What makes him suspicious? Oh, sorry. No machete calls yet. We're still waiting. Yeah, so we have several central locations between here and Parkland that we will hit up. And we got multiple scanners monitoring all kinds of channels. And so when something happens, we hear about it, we flip to the channel, and we go say hello. Heyo.
Parked there, dark to witness and roaring through the car and had 2 broken windows.
I'm all for if Central wants to drop something in 6.3 or 6.1s.
You need 156, I'll be in around with them.
But 6.8 and 60 might be a little far away right now.
2105. Unit 198, Unit 280, you're 7.
Well, I already heard a call tonight about a catalytic converter, so I already marked that square. Yeah, she's our new neighbor. We were here last night. She was having a bad night. She was screaming for a couple of hours. Yeah, that's about it. For what? Why are they going to bring out a shiny toy for nothing? She was screaming at the tree, actually. It's a tree just to the left of her. But she was in the tent the entire time, so it was really hard to tell if it was the tree or something else that she was upset with. I was always told to hug a tree, not yell at a tree. Just me right now. Jack, who was with me last week, he had to work. Yeah, because they're basic like elevator rescues. They're not like tech rescues. That thing is built for the worst case scenario.
Yeah, can I get you on that one? 279-6501, case mission 3. Yeah, 3 is fine.
Leave. There it is. Oh, please don't do that. 1, don't hurt yourself. 2, do you know how much of a pain of an ass it is to go film at Point Defiance when there's a call or someone's stuck on the cliff?
Let's go my AMR 52, transporting 1.
So don't hurt yourself and don't do it in like the worst place possible.
Right. I'll be back around. Thank you, Ty.
I'm sure they drive around the block every once in a while.
Putting such for order violations, C915 North 12th Street. Male.
I mean, yes and no.
No longer seen.
I mean, for me, it's just get on 16 to Jackson, just cut over. It's about a 12-minute drive. Faster if no one's paying attention.
Engine 2, Channel 2, CLS, sick person, Bingo, 4411 Pacific Highway E5. Engine 2, Channel
Why's it gotta be a house?
CLS, sick person.
Drive up and down Pack Ave. There's a bunch of abandoned single-story commercials.
Go Paul 2 transporting 1 male to Pierce County, starting mile 718.
Well, that depends. Are you gonna go by the roundabout or not? Because they have, Deputy Droop Along that likes to sit in the middle of the roundabout in his Charger running traffic, stopping anyone doing 2 over. Yeah, Mayberry. I'll agree with that. I mean, they're nice guys, but what exactly do they do? Besides run traffic all night. Yes, they collect a mighty good paycheck. Yes, you might have heard Engine 322.
Ladder 2, ladder 346, patient side.
I have my XDS in here. It's used to monitor South King and Zone 3 stuff while I'm down here. So if Zone 3 gets something good, I can pop back up north.
This will be at, right at the North Parkway and Pearl. Just in access off of the alley, then I'll go back to the alley and meet you there. Come in to 12, fast AMR.
Engine 12, calm down.
Receive Engine 12, get your AMR, 2110. Following AMR 54, St. Joseph. Yeah, 280,
Jesus. Jesus.
Chico
Tacoma AMR 68 with engine 12.
68 with engine 12.
Yeah, 7
Well, I don't think they realize that even with their respirators on full time, you know, if you talk normally, you can still get out. You don't have to yell. But a lot of them like to yell. So every once in a while, it sounds like they're, you know, shit has hit the fan and they're just asking for an ambi. Right now, no, mainly because I'm lazy. Because that's just one extra step I have to do. So normally when I'm out, what happens is if I get a good call or 1 or 2 calls, I don't edit and put them together until after I get home. So if it's a long night, it's 4 or 5 in the morning and I'm dead tired. And so I just throw it up on our Facebook page with the information and call it good. Every once in a while I'll get around to putting it onto YouTube. But yeah, I run around so much. Going and putting it on an extra platform sometimes is just too much for me. Same with Instagram. But we still got a decent amount of stuff waiting on YouTube to be released at any time, and always adding new stuff as we see necessary. For those that have joined us in the last minute or so, hello, hi, welcome. We are in Tacoma, Washington. When we got out here, it was sunny and about 53 degrees. It's now dropping considerably down into the mid-40s. Do it for the gram. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. No, thank you. For us, it's a lot easier if we're able to wake up a PIO and they give us a statement. Because we'll just copy and paste the statement in and call it a day. Yeah, next weekend.
Okay, you called 241 area checked for that vehicle.
Next weekend. Not this weekend. It was sunny though. Nice and sunny today. All I'm saying is that everybody on Hosmer is going to break out the tank tops and booty shorts. Everything's going to be on display. It's going to be a fun time. Just going to be lined with them. Why? Why? Yeah, I agree with the no. I have not been on a 311 since Christmas Eve 2020. No, it was in Skyway.
Engine 72, Channel Bravo 2, BLS. Abdominal pain, 11002.
It was a 3-story apartment complex. It was like 75 by 300 with a common attic, and it took the entire roof with it.
Time 21:16.
So the Dash 11s refer to structure fire responses. So your basic house fire response would be considered a 111. Then your second alarm, 211, third alarm, 311, etc., etc. I work a swing shift. I work a 2 to 10. So that's why sometimes, you know, in the early morning time, I might catch something, or if I'm coming home at around 10 o'clock at night, driving home, something will pop off.
All 322 arrived, ending miles 7222.
Oh, please, here's one of those.
Yeah. If you're in the mood to catch some nighttime stuff, it usually is. Not yesterday, but last Saturday when I got off of work at 10, I came out, and at 1 a.m. all hell broke loose.
683 Direct Colwell Boulevard, apartment 37. It's Tracy Page calling in. We do have priors with her. She believes an nondescript person in an nondescript vehicle is texting her. She's advising she is now armed.
Outstanding.
Where's she armed with?
Currently working on that.
Please say a machete. Please say a machete.
Copy.
22.
So in Pierce County, they really don't use codes. The structure fire stuff is just that's just common throughout the nation.
Correction, RP is not armed. At your discretion.
Damn. But the fire department down here, they usually only have one set of codes, and it's the signal codes. Signal 1, Signal 2, and Signal 3. And those refer to fatalities. So if you hear a Signal 1 on a structure fire, that means they found a victim in the fire building. Signal 2 is the most common one. That's, you know, a DOA call, died of natural causes. Signal 3 is died by something other than natural causes. So it could be suicide, overdose, car crash, shooting, stabbing, those types of things.
Yeah, I'm still on the regard.
Right place, right time call, huh? There's a video. I forget where it's posted, but I was sitting in this parking lot in the back corner. Dude blows this traffic light to my right. T-bones a car. The car completely rolls over.
2120 Ryan Road. Minute 35.
And they both get out of the car like, oh, no big deal, I'm fine.
2120 Ryan Road.
As I'm checking on both drivers, Tower 2 rolls up from a different call. So it all worked out pretty conveniently. And I have a dash cam, so it caught the crash, and I got sent to PD and their insurance to figure it out.
South 47. He appears originally requesting medical aid for his dad, who's schizophrenic, not taking his medication. His dad has now walked off towards 7-Eleven on McKinley. Actually, I was on foot towards the 7-Eleven in the area. Been wearing a green vest, blue pants. I don't know if he'd actually be cooperative. My male 50, 5'11". Don't know weapons for him.
Thankfully, no. I haven't really encountered. I've encountered it 1 or 2 times.
And information for both those units. If I found the correct DOT for Vincent, I'm showing unconfirmed married status for assault at King County for 1,000.
Channel Bravo 2, ALS. Unconscious person.
When was the wreck?
417, 159th Avenue.
Was that the car that was split in half
Channel Bravo 2,
a couple weeks ago?
Unconscious person. 6417, 159th Avenue.
It's picking up. The radios are starting to chirp a whole lot more.
17, no problem. Not further. Thank you. 21 seconds.
Yeah, so we got to that wreck right before they loaded him in the back of the medic rig. That was a very gnarly wreck. It was on par with the wreck that we covered at 7-4 in TM in STW. The Challenger that went into the pole. You were the medic on it, so you're probably in my video.
Call 32 on Big Road 33, your status.
No, I am in the market for an SDS 100. But right now, after all the politics of the last year and all kinds of trade wars, right now the prices are up on them and they're harder to find, so I'm waiting it out.
Engine 11, Channel 82, CLS. Low, Avenue is Pacific Ridge, 3625.
Well, also with the radio scanner apps, people that provide feeds for those, they're under strict rules. Like, there's certain channels that they're not allowed to broadcast, pretty much. Yeah, was it a Charger or a Challenger? I thought it was a Challenger. Yeah, it's a tent. That's our new neighbor. She usually keeps to herself.
68 with engine 2, 2124.
Well, it was a nothing by the time that the crash was over. But yeah, we were out there filming that. That was a gnarly crash.
Control's been advised of a possible DUI eastbound 16 at I-5. Black BMW, no tires, driving on the rims, swerving all over, and sparks are flying. Information 2024.
Where? Where? Is he going southbound? Holy shit, hold on. I want to see this. I want to see if he drives past. I will get behind him in a heartbeat. Yeah, it was eastbound at I-5. I just don't know if it was northbound, if he turned northbound I-5 or southbound. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go set up for southbound.
Ladder 113.
Idiot route.
We'll check and advise.
I'm not seeing sparks. I'll slow down so it gets a little less wobbly on you, but I am in a vehicle that was made not in this country. Well, if he is on the freeway, I don't see him. remember, we have simple requests from people that watch our streams. You know, don't broadcast our location. And stuff about the car, what I'm driving, or what I'm in. Just for safety, I'm not going to put that out there. For those that have met me or been on a scene with me before, they know what car I'm in. But when you're constantly running around cities and capturing the worst of stuff, there's a lot of people on the internet that like to make threats towards people for just asinine reasons. We have been on the receiving end of several threats. So the less we share, the better. What's your location? I'm on Mother Earth. I like that. I don't know. I have never driven drunk, so I can't honestly answer that.
You know, for the couple be like.
Yeah, we've received death threats, other threats. We've been confronted on scenes before by upset people that want to harm us.
Union 364 away.
All because we have a camera.
I'm not sure if the RP is actually going to be following or not. We'll call him back.
Tacoma AMR 56 transporting to St. Francis. St. Francis.
You know, we normally try not to engage with people that are upset with us, mainly because we don't want to escalate things, and two, we just don't really have the patience to figure out why their panties are so much in a bunch that us being there is what's pissing them off.
Oh, 29241. I'm going to start at 56 and work my way north.
Engine 2, AMR 68 on scene. Engine 2 will be in the back lot. Oh, right where you're at.
Oh, that really depends.
John back at home, 2915 South 47. Bathroom, they want him to be transported to the hospital. TFD won't respond unless we're on scene.
That would be for the schizophrenic. I mean, years ago I went to the 411 in Seattle, in Queen Anne. That was a fun one. Right now I have 4 running.
Routine's fine. Family disturbances.
I had one guy follow me around a scene with his cell phone in my face, calling me all kinds of names, because I was just there filming because he thought I was doing it just to boost my YouTube numbers. I had a good laugh because y'all can see my YouTube numbers. Ain't nothing special about it. But then he almost walks in front of a car trying to walk back across the street to his car. And so I might have said something very sarcastic to him, but that was about it.
Channel A2, BLS, psychological problem, 2915 South 47th Street, time 21:30.
At 5 alarms, you would just think that call it quits and start bringing in state resources at that point. Jeez.
I'll be around the counter with one now.
11, 1 AMR.
2131.
Here's Dave, engine 11, 1 AMR, 2131.
The Chaz Chop Chaz. Yeah, we really don't like going to Seattle to film anything.
You change the address to 5207 North Pearl. Pick up my range, 730 strips, 41 hour. 73 now, Illinois.
They have copters sitting in Olympia. What?
Tacoma AMR 51's en route to 3625 East B Street from Tacoma General.
51 with Angel 2132. Hill apartment 4537 South. Secret Diverse Place Unit Edward 205. Houston 373 on player 2 from 8 Wall Stage Apex West Hill apartment 4537 South. 251 Place Unit Edward 205.
I will say a couple years ago when we took our yearly extended vacation in Chelan, there was a fire, wildland fire outside of Iniat. If you went to Iniat and you went all the way back up into the hills, I forget the town it's called, but we were sitting at our place where we stay at and we were listening to the radio, and the fire tone out went out for about 5 minutes straight for a second and third alarm structure protection. So we went out there just to get what we can get, and we were at the level 3 evacuation closure, and someone from the wildland structure protection detail drives up, sees us with cameras, and says, "Oh, hop in the truck," and drives us in as close as we were allowed to be. And we got some interviews with some neighbors who refused to evacuate. You know, you got ash falling everywhere. The dude was a career Australian firefighter from Sydney, Australia. He was on loan to the US for the wildland fires. Absolutely the coolest dude I have ever met. It was an experience for sure. Being on vacation and, you know, being allowed to do something like that. In fact, I believe that video is on our YouTube. Let me go see if I can find it.
I'll be away from you.
Operation Stage 135.
So we don't charge fire departments either. We've been on, you know, on structure fires before that have resulted in loss of life or major destruction, and usually by just how the luck of the draw, we were there to pretty much get it as the fire department arrived to when it was put out. And so we'll always provide our footage to the fire marshals that are investigating it if they so want to use it. Our footage has been used in recruitment videos, end of year review videos for departments. We like to work with them just to help highlight what they do and show them in action. And so they can tell their families, show their families, learn from it if there was any mistakes. And that's a whole lot better for us than charging them any money.
Union 3640, please. Let me call, please.
When did Antifa join the conversation?
Union 3640,
Oh, some racers are out. You know, I have our media ID, but it is only ever shown if I'm on a scene with State Patrol on a freeway, highway, interstate, freeway. That's the only times that my media ID will come out. Because most of the time, if you show up with a nice camera and a tripod, and you stand in an area where normally someone who knows what they're doing stands, they kind of draw the conclusion.
As in Bravo, 407, Valley Avenue Northeast, Unit B, as in Bravo 108. Engine 71, and Medic 71, Channel Bravo 2, ALS, heart problem, DBE advised. Meridian Point Apartments Building B, as in Bravo, 407, Valley Avenue Northeast, Unit B, as in Bravo 108.
Well, Matt, you know I want the new neighbor to get some camera time. So, someone sent me a message earlier that said they wondered if the neighbors in the house across the way think I'm stalking them. Yeah, I'll show up on a State Patrol scene. If I have to stand within their closure area, I'll have my reflective vest on, and I'll show them the media ID upon request. But so far out here, they've been really chill. Like, earlier when we first started going live, we were on that crash scene, and the trooper was very funny. He walks up to me. I turned the camera away, so hopefully I didn't pick up too much of it. He's like, "Are you South Sound? Hey, how's it going?" So, that was pretty cool. No tape, no foul. Yeah, but when you've been on as many incidents as we have been on, when you show up at a scene, even if there's no tape up, you can always tell where the tape is going to be or where your boundary is. And the quicker you recognize it, respect it, and you don't get in the way, the less hassle you're going to have going forward on any scene. Well, it helps what we do. It helps get better content. As long as we're all on the same page with each other and they don't have to worry about it.
Call 239 and 241, your status.
False.
Call 241, 241.
Yeah, again, if you respect the boundaries, they're not going to hassle you at all. And they've been really nice to work with. Yeah, but if you're not being a bother and they're not bothering you, that's usually never an issue.
I am being told that the patient's on the first floor, and I don't know exactly where it is yet.
I've had that happen a couple times.
Call 321, Trapper 2.
Or they completely had a lapse in the moment, and they finally just walk over and be like, "Oh, hey, can we move the tape line? Can you move back a little bit?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." I think the only thing that really irks me the most on scenes
Tac 221,
have been structure fire scenes. And that's if you get that one cop who's always about holding the line, you know, way far back for any camera. But you got everyone and their mother down the way with their cell phones out, taking pictures. I only really experienced that more in Snohomish County than I did in King or Pierce County.
Seizure. 8827 Thousand Delta Street. Scooping 10. Channel 2. CLS. Seizure. 8827 AD. Thousand Delta Street.
Fire 2 with a 332 dispatch respiratory 5420 33rd Street Southeast. Medic Fire 2 with a 332 dispatch respiratory 5420 33rd Street Southeast.
Where their patrol car or their tape is, that's it. You can't go any farther. But everyone else, yeah, I don't care.
Engine 11 Mark 51 is arriving.
I've had Lakewood be extremely professional and nice. Ooh, the calls are going to start going like crazy. No, Lakewood PD, it's the same philosophy, you know. Judge the scene, look at it, put yourself in a position where you can see things, but you're not interfering and or in the scene. Be respectful, and what I do is, you know, if there's a cop that's not focused on a task, we'll just go up and ask them, "Hey, are we good right here, or do you want us to move?" And they've never had an issue. Now, Stella Common DuPont, yes, they will. They're the half-breeds of Pierce County when it comes to cameras. Everyone else is fine. They're very particular. Very particular. If I have to. I have a face made for radio. No, come on now. They're the wannabes of TPD. Their cars look the exact same. That happened one time. Someone else was photographer who no longer is in the South King area.
There, Robert Carpenter sent medical order that might believe that it's scheduled with his wife Linda.
He went out of town, and the night he went out of town, I had like back-to-back 211s.
Additional information from additional four people were sprayed with bear spray. The unknown location of the assailant could possibly come back from what RP was stating. Additional information from additional also stating that 4 people were sprayed with bear spray. 729, go ahead. Station PD.
Yo, where's 729's call? That sounds like fun. Still a common DuPont, I believe we're on Lakewood's channel. I've only really dealt with tribal in passing. If they're assisting on a call by the EQC. But really haven't had much interactions with them. And when I do, I'll just say hey, and they're usually really nice.
North 12th Street. The felon's grandson was outside the front door, shows an order against him. There is an unconfirmed order in Wassick. He's usually high on meth. He should be Ryan Robinson, White Nelson, and 985 Sindel, light colored clothing. He does have prayers for smoke free, and she's not sure where he's at now. He was last outside the residence.
Yeah, just casual. Oh yeah, he's usually on meth. It's no big deal.
2148.
Yep, just messing around. That's all it is, guys.
Also involving a firearm, 11802, 100 Valkport East, call 1677 comforting. For a call involving a Mason, maybe a firearm, 11802, 100 Avenue Court East, call 1677 comforting.
So now the bear mace call has a possible firearm involved? Oh, county's the best. They're up there with TPD. Nothing out of the normal,
Okay, correct, 333 taxi?
I would say.
Taxi.
Comforting.
Well, yeah, they gotta get their Xbox time in. Yeah, I'm not terribly sure. They said 4 people were bear maced. So, maybe one of them.
It's like first time dispatch for verbal DP calls on 615 North 7th Street, 2150.
Oh, that whole strip of Pack Ave is just, there's always something, whether it's being reported or not, there's always something.
Fire confirmation 729.
Engine 729.
We're staged at 4102 South Meridian.
Copied. Engine 729 staged at 4102 South Meridian. 31341 status.
Fire 2, 8332,
I'll do following transfer.
Only been on one call involving MPs. Actually, no, 2 calls, but they were assisting. One was a pursuit that they led that ended in a wreck. The other one, they were assisting on a wreck with Lakewood, but no direct interaction. I don't know. They're just like BNSF police, really.
Baker 333 section.
Taxi.
Taxi.
Going at 854 route to 8827 East D Street from 38 now.
Something needs to drop. Oh, I've been on scenes before with marshals and the FBI. But those are usually, you know, either big takedown busts and or suspicious packages. I've been on a scene with the ATF when some guy was storing a bunch of binary explosives in his car in his parents' driveway, and for some reason and the car blew up.
Yeah, 309, 255.
I mean, I'll take a 111 that's, you know, like a mile away.
Detective? Yeah, they're aware. I told them to go away.
Yeah, it was in Federal Way. Yeah, that was a big boom. Only within the immediate response area. And only continue if the size up sounds promising.
Battalion Chief 94, Engine 93, and Center 92, Channel Charlie 2, Fire Response, 15705, Griggs Road East. Battalion Chief 94, Engine 93, and Tender 92, Channel Charlie 2, Fire Response, 15705, Griggs Road East. Time 21:54.
Man, that's out there. It's at a home, but it's not a structure.
CN57 unoccupied suspicion.
57.
East 32 and East Portland.
Yeah, that's way the hell out there. No thanks.
No place appears to be gutted and on jack.
Yeah, we're working on the beepers. They've been trying.
Chief standing by. Yeah, there's no situation. Sam 290, tech 2. 290. Traffic.
No, it would definitely have to be 72nd and Pack on top of the Fred Meyer. Or maybe on top of the Econo Lodge on Hosmer. Both are good locations for that.
DA 198, entry for 101 for check.
100. 341.
We're also reversing fire. South Cushman Avenue, South 96. Louisville 20, 5'7" thin bills, black hoodie, light pants. Possibly high or intoxicated. He is currently trying to make a fire in the middle of the road.
218 call, 19819, 138 Avenue Southeast.
188, we'll send her home.
2 call, 19819, 138 Avenue Southeast.
34166 and SDW.
Toronto,
It's literally down the street.
Let's go back one St. Joe's. Where's our area?
What do you think? This guy actually set a fire? They're all great places to sit to be Batman.
Tacoma AMAR 52, train 21 to St. Clair's.
52 to St. Clair's, 2158.
Copy, Ron.
Follow me, Mark, St. Clair's.
Copy, Ron. Trust here. With one trip to the front.
Call might be slightly old because
Whatever that.
we're at Southwest and Cushman and no one's in the middle of the roadway trying to set shit on fire.
Henry 119 for verbal duty.
Henry 119.
Carlton Apartments, 615 South 7th Street, number 110. The caller is standing by in the garage on the first floor. The verbal and wife is still inside. She's a white female born in 99, 5'4" medium, build unknown code.
Henry 119.
20%.
Oh, there's engine 8. They're gonna go do exactly what we just did. Go home. Hello, engine 8.
Come 73. Got one for you, 364.
Good one.
Thanks, sir.
Sorry, 65, look at the one.
465 to 1 information.
Yeah, they're on most. They're usually on the 111s around here.
Point Road at 24 Avenue South. Engine 345 on fire, 228 Collins State, South 10 Point Road at 24 Avenue South. Go ahead.
for 405 the Wilbur check 838 East Stage Island, heading 221.
And there's the 2 PD units assigned to it.
Fire 2.
This is 367.
You can give us that call for engine 245.
Information line for 36 car, TFD and Super are being advised of a collision. South right, on-ramp to 016 and south on I-5 interchange. 2 vehicles, information 2202.
The actual address that they are at is in the call.
Yeah, 198, 22.
And actually, engine 367, I just got a code 4 for you. So again, 234, 34.
209, can you see if you can track down the phone number for the police? Doors locked, and we can hear him saying that he can't get up, can't get home. Sure.
Yeah, it's not a good intersection. I've been on a fatal there before.
Can we get a try, man?
Hasn't been toned out yet.
Engine 367, did you copy all of that?
Copy, we're code 4 and we're heading that way now.
Copy, engine 345, I got you clear.
Interesting.
I should probably turn that up.
Engine 10, 5 prompting.
2132. Medic 58 Vericom, status check confirm at scene. Medic 58 Vericom.
Protocol minute 58.
Medic 58, 2140.
Perfect.
Italian makes a 4 Vericom.
1239. Everybody's partially blocked. Also,
This is for a fire unknown level error. Behind brakes in 292. Stand for 1, 2204.
994. Just confirm one report.
1239,
994.
2200.
Yeah, Sprague's an interesting one. We take it all the time for hilltop calls from where we sit at. Well, in a perfect world, no neighborhood will get a swatting or a shooting. But if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen in this area. Yeah, but how's that going to work if I'm in the middle of giving someone a ride and a shooting happens? Should I just take them along for the high-speed ride to the scene and just kind of leave them there until I'm done?
Park on 292 in the area.
192 in the area, 2202.
Yeah, but Northpoint Way going down the hill or coming up the hill's always known for stupid wrecks. Fatal, serious injuries. I mean, before that one, I covered a car that was coming up the hill, went through the park, over the hill, rolled down the hill, and caught fire.
Engine 61, Channel Bravo 2, BLS, unknown medical aid, Ash Creek Apartment, 1420, 112th Street South. Channel Bravo 2, BLS, unknown medical aid, Ash Creek Apartment, 1420, 112th Street South, Unit 2. Time 2206.
Oh, great. Josh is here. Everyone, I'm sorry. My name is Felipe Caldron. How dare you, sir? Yeah, but she hasn't had to scream anyone off the property yet. Hello, hello? It's always Josh's bedtime.
You want for to come switching records.
Get him over to 27.
Routine.
Yeah, 309, 2027.
I had a serious injury crash when I first started this stream, and now I've been sitting here. Went to a rubbish fire, and that's it.
1659.
Fire 28321.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's that MVA on Sprague that is an advisory only to TFD, waiting on State Patrol to arrive. So I'm not going anywhere.
Call 059.
Oh, 059.
Can you advise state I'm out with at least a 3-car crash? We're going to be eastbound 16 to 38th Street. I'll check for injuries.
Call 312. Engine 11.
Around CG with fire.
CLN. Traumatic injury. Heatherstone Arms Apartment.
Call 312,
38th Street.
Ooh, TPD just got on scene of the crash.
Yeah, eastbound 16 to the 38th Street. It's the I-5 CD that goes to, or the 16 CD that goes to 38th Street.
Okay, but what are the injuries? I know how to get there. I just need to know what the injuries are.
Call 059. State was advised and they claim no injuries.
Copy, no injuries. I've got 3 plates for you when you're ready, and I'm trying to get the road clear.
Go ahead.
Boy William X-ray 8436. And number 2 is going to be Adam Queen Lincoln 0655. And the third is Boy King George 9361. Office.
Quick, also.
Tell state they're going to need at least 1 tow.
Kristen. Call 341,
Correct.
3119, Kristen.
What's it look like on the cam? Does it look all jank? They said that at least 1 car needs a tow.
72 Tacoma. Yeah, that's here.
Oh yeah, it's all kinds of messed up. Oh, you haven't turned the camera yet.
Down on 6 Ave.
We're arriving. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, that's here, Commissioner.
Okay, thank you.
Can barely see it on one of the cams. Crashes.
21, Ladder 4, channel 82.
Ladder 4, you can stand down. Ladder 4, we'll clear you up
Yeah,
here.
first one, call 335, welfare check.
You can cancel.
Unit 417. Ladder 4, channel 82. Carbon monoxide alarm. Centerwave apartment.
East 38, East J. John, RP drove by in the last 10. Right when there was a white female, 65, 18 years old. Chin, hand jacket, light blue hands in the middle of the road. Possibly upstairs.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, the only thing tonight has been car crashes. There was some stuff earlier in the day that happened, but that's it.
Bigger 3 and Paul 335, 2012.
Engine 11 Tacoma. Engine 11, we're just confirming you're en route.
See, what's going to happen more than likely, though, is that when we call the stream quits for the night, there's going to be some fire or something like that, and I'll have to quickly reset up a live stream. I can already see that happening.
Yeah, RP let us in, please.
Engine 729, Federal, that's my RPD, you can cancel.
Engine 729.
Josh, you're boring.
2212.
So, boom.
57 Tacoma, so far not seeing anything. I'll continue with me.
Unit 57, 2202.
No, Josh was on the 2 alarm in Gig Harbor with me. But his son was there. I think his son was good luck.
The color of the cross kind of near 1419 Yakima by the Roadhouse.
24th Avenue
She initially called in claiming that she was assaulted by security. I did speak to security earlier, and they said she was unwanted possible mental health issues.
15406, 24th Avenue East. Time 22:13.
And she should be wearing a black jacket and black pants.
She sounds lovely.
Copy.
Nice, second. Henry 119, it goes to voicemail.
109.
No, you're not.
Nice, second.
Deal with it. Slacker.
Tacoma 1209. Continues to come at Eisner 41 X-ray 8436. 7320 camera 8, February 03722. And the second reg. Vehicle 2 is Adam Queen Lincoln 0654. 1209 24.
They're more like guidelines.
Call V1.
Call 321.
My receipts are released at the hospital. I'll be away.
Call 321, 2202.
Well, to the Compton Files, I'm sorry that you missed out on your spin the bottle date with your 4 Hosmer hookers to hang out. Tried to deliver, but this is what this job entails a majority of the time. Sitting, waiting, nothing happens.
EMR 54 Alamo 2215. Union 341, suspicious unoccupied.
Everyone.
62 and out. 12, right? I mean, you can count so they have to
Pardon us.
Engine 11 AMR 2216.
on player 2 for 2309 Mary Street Northeast, Boogie Boy. Engine 351 on player 2 for 2309 Mary Street Northeast, Boogie Boy.
Oh, 90% of what we do is drought. 90% of it is. Nope. Nope, not affiliated with anything like that. Just an independent photographer. Woo! That was close.
Union 072 Tacoma. Union 072. Suspect is going to be on the south side of South Oaks and 6, away from my other unit. Great to get here. This is south side of South Oaks.
Tower 2, Channel 82, carbon monoxide alarm. Subway, 1901 South 72nd Street. Tower 2, Channel 82, carbon monoxide alarm. Subway, 1901 South 72nd Street. Time 22.
1414 South 97, that's going to be the RP's goal. The 2005 GMC Envoy, Boy Victor Frank 7274. He does know the suspect. 280, 2218.
Let me go over here because I have a feeling Tower 2 is going to come screaming by on Alaska to that CO alarm. If it's a CO alarm, I mean, I can see them running code. But most of the time, this late at night, their code runs are lights, maybe a siren.
This will be Brady Guardian. Engine 11 requesting medic unit 2218. Engine 11, sorry about that.
A2, just be advised, RP's not sure where the suspect lives. Apparently she came in through an unlocked door and took the keys to the vehicle without permission after he loaned it to her earlier in the day.
Raiders.
A280, 2219.
If you knew he was trying to steal the keys earlier, why don't you hide them?
Medic 5, Channel 82, ALS, just paid, another sonar.
Henry 119, we're coming in this area, just a note.
Unit 2, Medic 5, Channel
Henry
82,
119, would you like to?
just paid, another sonar department, 112 South 38th Street, Unit 2, time 22,
972, would you like to hear the contact?
Not at this time. Medic 5 3/4, ALS upgrade, engine 11 on scene. Brady Guardian 22. Henry 119, we're having computer problems. What's the suspect description?
Henry 119, Ryan Robinson, a white male, born at 90, 5'7", thin build, light colored clothing. Engine 72, copy, no problem, 2220.
Josh, is your fat ass going home or are you stopping by? Oh, non-code. Someone should have told their driver that.
12, that's going to contact you. Copy, 2012. copy of our 73 responding 112 about 38th Street, Highway 16. One way right.
Call 241, 2222.
AMR 73 standby. Break engine 11 from Tacoma. Do you want to cancel the AMR? Very C. AMR 73, you can cancel. Tacoma 73.
Fire 296 transporting the valley. Oh, good call.
I have shelled sea salt and vinegar pistachios. They're delicious. Yeah, no shit. Well,
21141, investigation,
boo. He's got plenty of time to grow up and see you.
Dispatch 91, Center Welfare Second Activity House, 702 South 14th, Dispatch 9234.
Well, I think it's time to say goodbye. We've been on live for 3.5 hours. Appreciate everyone that stopped by to hang out. Sorry it was so slow, but it's the nature of the beast. If anything happens before we call it a night, we'll bring the stream back. We'll post the link on the Facebook page. But for now, we're going to sign off and just kind of take it from there. Again, appreciate everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.
Jersey 3 and 198, occupied suspicious.